Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just got a new camera, and I'm super excited about this. This is my first video to be on this on my new camera, so I'm super excited to see what quality I get out of it. And let me know, guys, in the bottom if this video looks a lot better than my other one. So I upgraded to a full frame camera, so I'm super excited about it. But I digress. I just wanted to put that out there because I'm super excited about it. But today, I'm going to keep up my kick a little Japanese food in my last video and then moving on to this video. And there's something that, with my travels in Japan, Japan has more than a lot of people here think is just sushi or raw fish. And I want to show you guys that you can make this stuff at home, and it's a lot better when you make it with your own hands. So we're going to go ahead and make an awesome yakisoba. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this because I love street food and I love Japanese food. So hopefully you guys enjoy with me too. So let's get going, guys.
What's going on, everybody? So for this soba, we're going to do a real simple one. We're going to do a chicken one. For these noodles, you can pretty much buy them at any Asian market, or you can just buy ramen noodles. They'll still work the same way. So first we're going to go ahead and do our mise en place for this. So we're going to take our onion and we're going to do a 1/4 inch dice on this. I only use half because these onions are pretty big, so only use a half one. You can go ahead and use a whole one if you're making a bigger batch. Once we're done with these onions, go ahead and move on to these green long ones. We're going to go ahead and just cut them like this. You want to separate the whites and greens. You're going to put the whites in when you go ahead and cook this. So here, you're going to take your orange boys. You're going to peel them, get that skin off. We're going to cut the ends off. And then you're going to cut these in half. My carrots are pretty long, so I went ahead and cut these in half because I don't want big ass strips. So here, you're going to cut all corners off. You're gonna get them shaped as into a flat square. Be careful though, make sure your knife is sharp, and you want to cut that one end off and rotate it like this so you have a flat surface to work on everything. So go ahead and do this for your carrots. Once we get everything cut up and sliced, we'll go ahead and catch up with you guys. Now that we got everything cut into squares, you can go ahead and, these are called a julienne cut. So here we're just going to cut strips off into about a 1/4 inch or so. Once we do that, we're going to cut them into mini fries. So pretty much just stack 3 and cut them down and make them look like French fries or freedom fries, however you want to call it. Once we get all the strips cut, we're going to go ahead and pretty much cut them like this. They're going to look like I said, miniature French fries. Once we get all those cut, we can go ahead and set those to the side and move on to the next one. Now it comes to mushrooms. These are shiitake, so you can go pretty much just thinly slice them right here. You're going to take your garlic, mince it up. Then with the cabbage, what you're going to do is cut the end off, and you're going to peel off how many ever leaves you want to do. I wouldn't recommend trying to do this with a whole head of cabbage because you're going to have a lot of cabbage. Whenever you get all the leaves you want, my bad, you can go ahead and cut those into quarters, and then you're going to stack them and pretty much give a inch or so chop. You don't want them too big, but you don't want them too small where they start to overcook, because you're pretty much just going to cook these until tender. Now this is good to go. We're going to go ahead and move on to the chicken boobies. So here I use the chicken breast. Like always, I guess all the good YouTube channels or TikToks decide to slap the meat, so go ahead and do the slap. Pretty much cut this in out of bias. You want to do thin slices because you want to cook that chicken as fast as possible. Also, you want to get that nice color on it at the same time, because remember what I always say, no color, no flavor. Now that we got everything set up, we're going to go ahead and clean up. Then we're going to go ahead and start making this soba sauce. So here I used a 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Then I used a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. With this recipe, it requires you to have ketchup. You gotta taste this as you go, because some ketchup is more sweet than others. Here I use some banana ketchup. It's always been my favorite ketchup. You can buy this at most Asian stores. Most of the time it's gonna be in the Filipino section. So you're gonna hear 1 tablespoon of ketchup, and you're gonna do 2 tablespoons of this oyster sauce, which is just basically... Once we got all that in there, we're going to go ahead and put a 1/4 cup of sugar in here. Like I said, you got to taste it, because sometimes your ketchup is a little bit sweeter than others. Then this is optional. Throw in some sriracha. You can use any kind of hot stuff you want. You even got to put it. Then you can go ahead. We're going to set this aside. But you can also buy this at most Asian stores. So after we're going to get everything set up, we're going to go ahead and heat our pan up. Here you want to use a wok or a big cast iron skillet. Pretty much is going to make it easier. After we got that chicken cooking, don't forget to season it, salt, pepper, and we're going to let these cook until we get a nice brown color on the outside. Now that we get that yummy brown color, so we're looking for here, just going to get a nice caramelization. It's going to be super bueno, super oishi. So we're going to go, after that, we're going to put that in a bowl and set it to the side. We're going to take some more oil, throw it in there. You want to scrape the little bits off, you know it's going to be yummy goodness. Then we're going to take our onions, throw them in there. We're going to saute these for about 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes actually, just get that nice brown going into it. And after that, we're gonna go and throw our garlic in there and let them mingle for a little bit. After about 3 minutes of mingling together, we're gonna turn this into a threesome and throw some carrots in there. Then we're gonna change it into a foursome with some broccoli. I didn't show this, but I had some extra in the fridge that I really wanted to use. I didn't want to go to waste, but you don't have to. Then goes in the long green boy whites. Then goes in some chilies. Again, this is optional for the chilies. I like a little spice to mine. After about 5 to 7 minutes of cooking, go ahead and throw the mushrooms in there. Not the special ones, but shiitake. After that, we're going to get that a good mix up. Then goes our cabbage. You want to cook this until pretty much it's just pork tender. And you're pretty much done. We're going to go ahead and throw our other stuff in there. After our cabbage becomes tender, we're going to go ahead and throw that meat back in there. And after that goes our noodles. These are soba noodles. If you use soba noodles, then you want to run hot water through them to get them all separated. If you use ramen, obviously you got to boil the ramen first. So after that, this goes our yakisoba sauce. You're going to throw that in there. I was using a wooden spoon at first, but it's probably a lot better to mix with tongs so you get everything from the bottom to the top and get a nice mix in there. You can use the rest of the soba sauce if you want, or you can just keep it. But I used the rest of it because I like the color it gave it. After we get everything good and mixed up, it's pretty much plating time, guys. This pretty much wraps up the video, guys. If you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me out when it comes to YouTube's algorithm, especially that I'm a smaller channel right now. And I'm on my way to 1,000, so close. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys are new, and you guys do like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Eventually, maybe I'll be monetized. But on the other hand, hopefully you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll catch you guys here next time. Peace.